Hi, everybody. It turns out that this is actually broadcasting. People as far away as the Fight Dome heard me, maybe even further. Apparently nobody's broadcasted from this frequency in decades, maybe even centuries. This is some kind of military outpost. There's a whole collection of tapes in a cabinet in this room. I listened to a few. They've got old pre-war information on them. I guess somebody was supposed to play these tapes in case of an emergency. Well, instead of that, I'll be supplying music holotapes. If anybody has any of those, bring them up to the Pine Creek transmission station. I'll pay in caps or trade. So anyway, hi. As I said before, I'm Trinity, and this is Pine Creek Radio Station. I'll be coming up every now and again, between the music, to offer up some news about the world, delivering it all in a low, quiet voice. Apparently people really like the quieter tone. Several people I spoke to in Red Lake when I went looking for holotapes said they found it comforting to have someone speak so softly. It really is a nice break in the loudness of the day, so I'll be staying with this. Amy doesn't really care one way or the other. She says we're sticking around the station for a bit, so I might as well do my little show and have some fun with it. Gives me something to do besides bother her. She says she won't be involved, so don't expect her to come on at any point. Unless I ask really nicely someday. For those of you who didn't tune in last time, Emmy is my big sister, and she lives here with me at the radio station. She got all the robots up and running, and they work with us now. Let's see. What's in the news? Yesterday, the Bloodbite tribe christened its new leader, a young raider by the name of Blade. Blade defeated the old leader last week in a trial by combat fight to the death within the confines of the Fight Dome, a battle witnessed by the other leaders, Trissa of the Blackened Hand and Scorch of the Warhounds tribe. Unfortunately, Blade was unavailable for any comment beyond, "The Fight Dome is a stupid name, so I'm going to change it." So that's exciting, isn't it? New leadership? I wonder if they plan to break the treaty between the Fork and the local raider groups. It could prove deadly on both sides. The Fork has the backing of Vault 83, which is pretty big on self-defense, but the raider groups are pretty well equipped. Rumor has it that Trissa made her living as a gun runner down south before this, made off with a whole cache of weapons when she split. I don't know, folks. Could be a real battle for control of the Fork. Speaking of the Fork, Mr. Hart from Hart's General Store wanted me to let everyone know about his upcoming sale. This Monday through Thursday, everything in store is 5% off. He said if anyone has a problem with such a small discount, they can shop elsewhere. Which is a joke, because there's no other general stores in the Fork. The Pine Creek Conservation Group came up last week to let us know the water in the creek remains safe for consumption. The radiation levels, which peaked in the years after the war, have sunk down to manageable levels and pose no long-term threat to human life. Ranger Patricia told me that the soil in and around Pine Creek still retains radiation, enough to show up on their tests. However, samples have noticeably improved in the past decade, and the crops are plentiful and not nearly as mutated as they used to be. She says this is good news for the farmers of the Pine Creek wasteland. Apparently less radiation and mutation means a tastier crop, which I guess makes sense. Ranger Adam wants everyone to watch out. A handful of Yagwai have taken up residence in the southern river area between the station and the Stoneway Bridge. If you're going to travel anywhere east across the bridge, bring extra ammo. Red Lake's Dr. Singh reminds you to drink extra water during these hot days. Try to set out containers to capture rainwater if you find yourself lacking pre-bottled water. Rain collection could mean the difference between life and death. I'm not sure if that's true, but I'm not a doctor, and apparently Dr. Singh got his education from inside a vault, so maybe he's right. Citizens of the Red Lake Patrol have informed me that a group of feral ghouls have been harassing passerby on the path between Red Lake and the Fork. The ghouls appear to be living in the houses in the old Tall Pines housing development off Reagan Road. Tall Pines is, of course, home to the substation that feeds Red Lake. Volunteers from town have been dispatched to, well, dispatch the ghouls. I found some canned food in the locker over here. I hope it's still good. It's gonna be dinner tonight. Lucky no mice or anything got into it, but these are pretty sturdy cans. See? Nothing's getting through. I built a fire pit out back, and there's plenty of old wood and dead trees to chop down. Get a good campfire going, make some food. I don't know how to use the stove, or if it's even functional. Emmy said she'd take a look. Does it require gas lines? Do we have fuel? I have no idea. I haven't really explored much of this place beyond this room and the one we've been sleeping in. The Mr. Gutsy, I think his name is Staff Sergeant Andrews, he told me to stay out of quite a few rooms. Emmy seems to have full access, though. She knows what she's doing. She knows what's going on. Seems to me she'll have the whole place up and running in no time. Make this a functional base again. Maybe then we can recruit for our own army. What's that out there? I think it's a possum. It's only got one face. That's nice. Maybe nature's healing. Dragging a giant ant along with him. Oh, gross. Guess I gotta eat, though. I hope the robots don't see him. The robots don't seem to give much trouble to the critters, as long as the critters don't give the robots much trouble. I did see them absolutely obliterate a mole rat the other day, though. Damn thing chewed through the fence and started attacking one of the bots. They took care of it pretty quick, but it was gross. Flies everywhere. Tried to order Protector to clean it up, but he just told me he was late for PT. Anyway, back to the news. Watch out, ladies. The Fork's most eligible bachelor, Simon Sterling, is single once again. The self-proclaimed richest man in the Pine Creek wasteland ended a 3-year relationship with Cornelia Melnick on Friday, apparently during an argument over the proper way to prepare Meyerlark cakes. The relationship is totally over, says Mr. Sterling, and he's already holding auditions for that special someone else to fill the hole in his life. Interested parties can probably find Simon in his home, the end of Pickens Drive in the Fork. Just look for the biggest, nicest house in town. The only one with a fence around it and actual flowers out front. If he isn't there, try the Rusty Nail, the bar across from the town hall. The Rusty Nail is a terrible name for a bar. I'd be afraid of getting tetanus. But maybe that's what the booze is for, to clean out the wound? I don't know. Seems to be working for them if they've got his business. Being one of only 2 bars in town must help. The other one's called, what? Whiskey Barrel? Yeah, that's pretty okay. Bit simplistic, but usually those are the best type. I'd drink there, I think, based on the name. I'm not a real big drinker, but I won't say no to a good old Nuka-Cola Quantum vodka. That's pretty good. Yeah. Sorry. Got carried away from the second. In other news, citizens of the Fork are trying to establish a co-ed baseball team. So if you're interested in a fun, all-American sport, stop by the town hall and put your name on the list. The name of the team is the Forks Ravens. Ravens. I guess that works. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? If anyone is selling Brahmin for cheap, let me know. I could use some fresh milk. That's all about I got for now, friends. I'll be back to give you some more news as I hear it. Coming up, Ain't That a Kick in the Head by Dean Martin, followed by a couple new tapes that are sure to entertain you. In half an hour, I'll be back with an episode of Patrick and Moira. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll talk to you later.